Welcome to Spilling the Beans. We are wrapping up this massive and very intense coffee crop trip in Vietnam to see how much coffee is really on the trees this year ahead of the start of the new 2024-25 harvest, which has been very severely hit, first by 4 to 5 month drought and then extreme heat for between 6 and 8 weeks. And as we can see here, we do have coffee. This is Arabica coffee in the north of Vietnam that has some quite decent yield, not fantastic, but decent yield. And obviously we will get coffee from Vietnam. But both in Arabica and Robusta, we have seen much more coffee that looks like this, with branches heavily defoliated. Sometimes even half or more than half of the trees have literally no crop, and that is a direct effect of the drought followed by heat. Even if some of the trees in many areas, especially in the southern central highlands where we have more, where we have the biggest concentration of Robusta coffee, and we do have a lot of areas with irrigation, the irrigation can only do so much. So the irrigation did prevent the trees from dying. It could not help the leaves from dying. So when the additional flowering and the second and third flowering came, half of that flowering really went toward making and creating new leaves so the tree could survive. And this is also what we are seeing here, for example. And it's exactly the same as we've seen in Robusta coffee across the south. We have some yields, we have some cherries, but we don't have clusters, and we have huge amount of the tree with pure vegetative growth, and literally yields are down average between 30 to 50% across the coffee regions from south to north in Vietnam. We are not saying that the entire harvest will be down 30 to 50%, because we know there are some regions that have not had as severe impact, but we definitely know that there will be a big drop, and the market will have to figure out what to do with a lot less coffee from Vietnam, because there's no quick rescue coming from anywhere else in the world, where we are seeing the same issues with drought and heat across countries accounting for 85 to 90% of the entire world production. Vietnam, as the #2 coffee grower in the world, obviously here is where we are seeing much more of a problem. And guys, enjoy the coffee while you can, because it's going to get more expensive.